Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to tackle a big question in the business world. The question is, should you build a business from scratch or buy an existing business to leverage that and move to the next level, right? Stick around as we explore why buying a business might be a better choice in today's dynamic environment where every day things are changing dynamically. So let's dive into it. So number one thing we would like to look at is as a positive aspect of buying a business versus building a business would be established customer base, right? Customer base is indispensable. The most chronic problems, smaller businesses fail as a startup and they do not succeed, and most 99% of the business fail in the first 5 years is because of single chronic thing, which is called sales and the delivery mechanism behind the sales. So there's sales, which we call as hunting. There is pre-sales, which is support to the sales. There's delivery, which we call as farming, and then delivery mechanism, which are part of the delivery. So most businesses do not succeed because of lack of customer base. Buying a ready-made business allows you to leverage and start one layer up from an existing customer base, right? When you buy a business, you often inherit the established customer base that somebody has built over years and years. This means immediate revenues to you. It means banking relationship, means financial line of credit and other relationship with other institutions and business partners, and less time is spent on building brand recognition and acquiring customers from scratch. And this is indispensable in order to leverage and take that business to the next level, because as I said, most businesses do not succeed and they fail within 5 to 7 years. So you will take away that question of unknown and leverage that existing customer base. Number two, let's talk about the second thing that's really important, and that's proven business models. Most businesses, when they start with a conceptual business model. So they try to solve a problem, they bring in a solution, and they pivot, and then they calibrate the business over months and years in order to get their first revenue stream going and achieve that break even or the profitability in that business or EBITDA, which allows them to come out of the bootstrap mode, right? So buying a business come with proven business models. You can skip trial and error of different business models and concepts, right? And focus on development and refining the scale of steady, successful operation that the business is already doing, right? So that's a big plus because they have established mode of business and what we call as the industry best practices. Most businesses have their own best practices, and that allows them to scale the business. And once it's an established business, you can scale it from an existing business model. You do not have to reinvent that business model, right? So business model would be the second most important thing you look at why you would want to buy a business. Number three is infrastructure and assets, right? Acquiring a business means gaining access to current infrastructure or existing infrastructure, equipment, and possibly even intellectual property. So a lot of people or businesses or individuals have created IPs. We have trademark and intellectual property of our own business, which includes logos and then provisional and non-provisional patents, right? So those all come with an established business. Even if you're a franchise, you have a loyal customer base, and then you also have infrastructure and assets that come with it. It's like buying a settled house in a settled neighborhood. And I'm not saying that I'm comparing it to the house, but at least you have all those prerequisites taken care, right? This can save you significant amount of time, capital, compared to starting a business from scratch and building all of those infrastructure and assets ground up, right? So you focus, you get your customer base, you get your business model, you get your infrastructure and assets, and all you have to do is focus and get those revenue into the company and build new models and build new both sales models and delivery models to scale up the business. So that would be number 3 aspect why you would want to buy a business versus build a business from scratch, specifically in the dynamic changing world environment today. So that would be number 3. Let's talk about number 4. And when I was doing my management course at IIM Bangalore, I was told, and it's one of the top institutes in India, and I did some program from Harvard. We were told there are 3 P's, right, in sales and marketing. It's product, price, and promotion. So, however, we were told there are 5 P's, right, and then the 4th and 5th P is public opinion and politics. And when I was looking at my own project thesis, I found that 1 P that was most important is people, right? So just like real estate is 3 L's, location, 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 business depends on people, which is 3 P's. It's not product, price, and place. It's people, people, and people, right? People is what build the business. A core team is what build the business. The founders is what build the business. It's the people you surround yourself. So your image and your company is image of the people that are there in your organization. So when you buy a business, you get an experienced team of people. You inherit skilled employees and understand the intricacies, and these people can actually take the business forward because they already know the client. So business thrives on relationships. So when you inherit those employees who understand industry and operations, they can provide you immediate expertise and reduce requirement of hiring and training fresh employees and deploying them. And again, with a moving business model, new infrastructure, and new training methodology and unproven business concepts, it becomes very, very challenging. So inheriting those employees, both seasoned leaders as well as people who have been trained and are embedded into the business model and the culture of the company, is indispensable. So as I said, 3 P's, people, people, and people. So most companies are built on people, the founders, the co-founders, the core team, the management team, and the delivery team. So when you buy a business, you inherit a lot of those. You just have to make sure they imbibe your culture and your thought process or your vision and mission. And this can leapfrog the business into next level. So again, that's the 4th advantage of buying a business, right? The 5th and one of the most important advantages of buying a business is reduce risk and faster return on investment, right? Buying a business typically involves less risk than starting from scratch, as I told you before. You have historical financial data, you have performance metrics to analyze, allowing more informative decisions around those critical aspects of the business that you need to be made, and potentially much faster return on investment. So you can actually generate faster return on investment because your risks are much lower and you have faster return on investment because you're not starting from scratch. You're not in the unknown. You have proven business model. You have experienced employees. You have established infrastructure. You have, as I said before, you have a core team of people. You have your core clients who rely on you because that's the rule of 80-20. 20% of the clients give 80% of your revenue, and you look after those become your foundation to take the business to the next level. So 5th would be reduced risk of starting from scratch and your partners leaving, your core employees leaving, and then inheriting those financial credentials that the business generates, right? So those would be the 5 aspects. Why would you want to buy versus build a business from scratch? So in conclusion, I would say you would cut down a lot of risk and you would cut down a lot of those unknowns that come by starting a business from scratch. Another topic I would like to cover in future is how you can buy a business from zero money down. And there are lots of ways to buy, right? It's called owner finance business or seller finance business. They would finance part of it, and basically you would go out and pay from the recurring revenue, just like it's called rent to own in terms of property. You would follow a similar concept, and I'll cover this another topic, how you can buy business with zero money down. So I hope you like the content of this channel. If you are a person who's wanting to start a business, this is important for you. If you are a person who is moving towards retirement stage and want to do a side gig to scale it up, this is important for you. And there are businesses which are full-time involved, there are businesses which are semi-absentee, and there are businesses which are full absentee. We'll cover that in another topic, another day. If you like the content of this channel, guys, give it a thumbs up, do subscribe, so we can intimate you of our next exciting topic that we are going to bring up to you to move you to that next level. And hope you like and subscribe to this channel. We'll see you soon. This is Sam signing off for Wealthwise. Thank you.